Today is, 3 reasons why your skin is just freaking out. Have you ever had those days where you're just going, oh my God, what is up with the skin? Some of you who are in your 20s, like I have people in my family who have struggled with terrible, terrible cystic acne. And it seems like no matter what they did, nothing worked, and they've gone through, family members have gone through, things like antibiotics and things of that nature. And some of them actually work. But the problem is with a lot of these chemical and pharmaceutical, quote unquote, remedies for cystic acne and bad skin in general, is that you have to stay on it. And for some people who have super sensitive systems anyway, that just throws their body completely out of alignment. And if you know me, I'm all about balance, 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 unrestricted, freedom, and ultimately health. And health wins that you're in alignment on all levels of stop. If it's not making your skin any better, if it's getting worse, if it's the sensitivity is just driving you crazy, stop. That's a clear indicator that what you have right there is not working. And so as a skincare freak, I'm going to tell you, okay, you see my skin? This is no makeup. I just got some gloss and, put some eyelashes on, whatever. But this is my skin. And my skin is like this. Why? Because over the years, I've learned to treat my skin like a baby. I'll be giving a review of just this is a behind the scenes review I have too, of just one of their skincare products. It's Hello Skin. Actually, I actually threw out a serum I paid 50-something bucks for this. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you about that later. But back to the skin. Number 1, stop doing what you're doing. 2, one of the biggest things that we always overlook is stress. I'm telling you, stress has an actual chemical effect on the human body. You're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling tired, you're feeling cranky. Guess what? Your skin is feeling the exact same way. So if you're overstressed, your body is out of alignment anyway, and that shows on a molecular and chemical level. So don't think that, I'm stressed out and that has nothing to do with, your skin erupting like a volcano. Let me cycle back just some years back when I was in my early 20s. Even though I was on an excellent skincare regime, and all of that, sometimes my skin still erupted. But prior to even that, when I was in high school, my skin it just flared up. I felt like sometimes my skin was on fire and there was nothing, I hadn't put anything on it. I mean, it was just crazy. And, and I think that was one of the reasons why too, my mom started working with us, her daughters, at an early age on the skincare issues, because she saw it, the same problem happening with her daughters, and she didn't want us to suffer with those kind of damaging effects of self-esteem related to your skin. And, because this is what you present to the world. So you can't help but feel sometimes insecure, and, sometimes you lock even your self-worth into, your actual skin, because this is what you present to the world. Next thing. Say hello to Aunt Flo. Yes, people, your hormones, when they're out of whack, for anyone who's dealing with polycystic ovarian syndrome, things of that nature, all kinds of conditions that take your hormones out of alignment. Every time we women have a cycle anyway, that your body is shifting and going through various peaks and and balances in the system as you go through your cycle. So if you're already sensitive anyway and you're not doing the right things for your skin, it's only going to exacerbate the issue. So hormones are a huge issue. Some women have gone to their dermatologist and have used, the dermatologists have put them on birth control pills and things of that nature. But speaking from personal experience, my skin is super sensitive, and it's been like that way ever since I can remember. And internally, the same thing. So that's one of the reasons too and my backstory, and I talk about that with clients, why I, so much into holistic health and natural remedies, because I recognize that a lot of these pharmaceuticals, they have a tendency to only treat the symptoms. They don't, in a lot of instances, they will not treat the underlying issues, because those underlying issues have to do with the whole complex individual. And let's be real. If you are relying on chemicals to, take care of issues, a lot of times, even, people on heart medications and diabetic medications, a lot of instances too, they have secondary illnesses. Some of that is predicated on the fact that they have, kidney issues or diabetic issues or issues with cardiovascular systems anyway. But a lot of these things, they go together, they're relatives. Okay, so when you don't take care of what goes into the body, it manifests externally as well. And so that's the basic message that I'm under the sun, a great thing that works excellent for your skin, especially if you're trying to calm it down and it's inflamed and you're scared to put anything on it. Turmeric. I can't say it enough. Turmeric is your friend. I've actually made DIY. Well, if you're not getting enough sleep, that manifests in your skin too, in the inflammation in your skin and things of that nature. And so women, I can't say it enough. Self-care, self-care, self-care. Why? Because our natural tendency, our default state is nurturing and taking care of others, spreading ourselves thin. And ultimately, we lose out. When you find yourself cycling into a position where you start putting things like exercise, oh, time to eat, oh, maybe I'll drink something, oh, if I can fit in XYZ number of, hours in the day. When you start finding yourself falling into that position, you're out of alignment, you're out of balance, and bad things. So when you don't get enough rest, when you don't get a balanced meal every single time, when you don't eat the right things every single time or 90% of the time, when you're not active, when you don't do things that nourish and recharge your body, it shows up in the skin. So for all of you who are looking for a cheap way to avoid plastic surgery and the Botox shots and not looking constantly surprised and all of that, drink water, eliminate the crap in your life, i.e. stress. That accelerates aging beyond measure. In terms of your nutrition, vegetables, fruits, and yes, ladies, tomatoes are a fruit. Just for those who are wondering, tomatoes are a fruit. A lot of people mistake them for being a vegetable, but it's actually a fruit. Invest in eating healthy, consciously connecting with food, forming healthy relationships with food, all of that. Now, I'm going to shift gears and, just give a little bit brief behind the scenes on the Hello Skin by the Benu Cosmetics, the new line. And I'm all about serums because I haven't seen 20 in a minute. I'm not going to tell you how long that minute is, but I haven't seen 20 in a minute. So I'm always on the lookout for new skincare that's in alignment, especially with my own core beliefs and issues that matter to me, whether it's being eco-friendly, vegan, plant-based. I love all of those things because knowing the history of the cosmeceutical industry and makeup industry anyway, there was a time that a lot of toxic, and even till today, especially in the US, a lot of the makeup and skincare has ingredients that are actually banned in Europe. And because of whatever socio-political issues are here, in terms of the FDA here in the US, those ingredients have not been banned here in the US, but a lot of them are in Europe. There are warning labels on things. I actually did a test one time where it had to do with sunblock, because one of the ingredients in a lot of the sunblocks here in the US is actually a hormone interrupter. And when I found that out, I'm like, what the F? are you kidding me? And so I tried to order sun care from a company in the UK. And do you know, I couldn't order it. The system was blocked. It said not available in the US. I was so ticked off. And so I actually called a in-law overseas. I said, you know what, girl? I said, I can't use this sunblock here in the US because I've just found out that it's got a hormone interrupter. And so I was like, okay, can you send this to me? So literally she bought it for me and she shipped it to me. And so that's another one of my rants, so sun care and all of that. And speaking of sun care, you want to preserve your skin and be a real steward of the earth, and make sure that you're not contributing to the problem by buying products from skincare lines or household or other companies that decimate the environment, that don't do anything to be sustainable and things of that nature. So going back to this Benu Cosmetics, this is vegan. Everything is organic in this serum. It's awesome. I'll actually water. Oh, speaking of water, yes. I love essential water. It's a pH water. A friend of mine turned me on to that. She knows who she is. She's watching. And I know there's a debate going on about pH water and XYZ, but for me, it's helpful. Remedies and stuff like all this stuff. I don't want stuff with names I can't pronounce. Rule number one: if you're going to ingest anything that has a name you can't pronounce, you better look it up. Chances are it's not something you want to be ingesting. And there are long-term effects associated with that. So conflagration. So address it now, get on board, do what you need to do. It starts with self-care. It starts with you. It starts with realizing your own worth as an individual. It means also being mindful and consciously connecting with your food and everything around you, your environment. Everyone love the skin you're in. You only have one. You only have one body on this earth. We are all spiritual entities, but we have a responsibility to love what we are in and to take care of it. So you guys are awesome, and I'm gonna, answer some questions offline too. So I'll talk to you later, same time. I'll be going live again tomorrow about something else fun for everybody. Bye. Thank you for your time, everyone. Bye.